as a business owner, a small business owner, what do you think is important for maybe like the average person to know that they don't know?
Oh my gosh. So number one, that for every business that you see, every storefront, assuming it's a local or locally owned business like my studios are, there's like an actual person behind that business. There's an actual person and family, just like you can appreciate, Jenna, that
Yeah.
I think people forget that sometimes, and we get treated like a Home Depot or like, any random giant big box, and they forget that, like I referenced at the top of this, that I took 12 years worth of everything I saved in climbing the corporate ladder to open a business. I still have loans on this business. It wasn't like I don't come from family money. I didn't have a stack of cash to throw at something. It was literally, I built a business plan. I had to talk to 11 banks before I got a loan on my first studio. So, I mean, just remembering that there are like real people and real stories behind every single business, every single brick and mortar, local business that you see. I would say that's number one. I would say number two, realizing that just because the doors are open or just because a business is operating, especially in this last year, but even as we were in 2021, it doesn't mean we're okay. And what people have to understand is that I think they see our doors open, and I got a lot of comments, and these were not, the intentions weren't bad, right? But I'm sure you can imagine people go, oh my gosh, you're weathering this so well. Like, you're doing so great. Or in the summer, they were like, it's so cool that you get to do workouts outside. And I always knew it was well intentioned, but inside I was just dying because they didn't realize that, like, we're losing money every month, and literally we're providing a service just not to lose the members that we have. There's been times where, I think people are just so craving good news and good outcomes that they're putting that on you as like, oh, look at you, you're making it. And inside I'm like dying. I'm like, oh my God, we're barely making it, and we're probably like a year out from being anywhere close to what we used to be. When people talk about toxic positivity, of like
Yeah.
the whole like, oh, just put on a smile, it'll be fine. And when you've done that for 10 months, it's exhausting.